embodies the spirit of a warrior, and especially both this school. There's a guy here that really follows our program, and so he sent a message here to you guys. We're Trojans right here. It really embodies the spirit of a warrior, and especially both this school's history, all right, and then our current team's history, the Polynesian influence on this school, the football program. I think you'll probably like this. All right, here we go.
What's up, everybody? Aloha, I'm Jason Momoa. Like the fierce warriors, I'm Chief of War. You're about to step onto your own battlefield, fighting for your team, your future, and your legacy. To my fellow Nakoa, Jade Maiava, all our other incredible Polynesian players, and to the entire USC football team, you're not just playing for a win, you're carrying generations. The warrior spirit runs through you. Let it drive you, let it anchor you, use it as fuel, and remember where you come from, and show them who you are. Now make me proud and fight on. Can I get a
The Los Angeles Rams are world champions! A Lombardi trophy for Los Angeles!
The Ramilia Sports Report is not filmed in front of a studio audience.
What is up, my Ramilia fans of the one and only defending NFC West champion, Los Angeles Rams? I hope everyone's having a great Sunday. I hope you guys liked my USC clip. Jason Momoa with the getting ready for the game clip. I saw that clip. I thought that was cool. The USC Trojans. 73 points. So yes, indeed, it was a good day in LA. Yesterday, and I hope everybody is having a great day. Thank you guys for joining me today on this Sunday live stream. Like I said, like I've said before, and I don't say it enough, is I couldn't do it without you guys because I love having you guys come in and talk sports and whatever it is on your mind, especially in the NFC West, and then about our rivals and the hits and misses like Chris Paul Jr. But anyway, it is what that is. But it's a great Sunday. We're ready for it's 1 week until the game starts, until the Los Angeles Rams are on track to hold up that Lombardi at Levi Stadium, aka SoFi North, and then draft one of those top quarterbacks, which will probably be not Arch Manning. Remember, I told you a few weeks back about could it be that the Rams, or I tweeted it, I don't remember if I mentioned it here. Could it be that the Rams, all these Les Snead went to go meet with the Texans training camp, and could it be that Les Snead or practice? Could it be that Les Snead are pulling the okey doke, playing possum, making people think that Arch Manning is the guy that they want, and they go pick up one of those other quarterbacks? But then the grandpa or somebody in the family who said, he's not even coming out. And then he said, I didn't say that. But anyway, it was just one game, but he did kind of look bad. They only got one touchdown. It happens to the best of them. He's got a lot of pressure right now, so I'll bring you some clips from that. But yes, indeed, fight on, baby, fight on to the USC Trojans. And let's get right into it. I appreciate you guys coming in. Sega Beast, hold on. Sega Beast, a 16-bit says, let's go, Ramilia. Yes, indeed, baby. Brian Smith says, Rudy is live in 1 hour. Thank you, Brian Smith. I appreciate you. Both the QBs playing now are better than Arch, and both defenses are playing as well. Ohio State. There's one thing I'm going to bring you to is, they played Ohio State, and Arch Manning's team did, the Texans. And James Laurinaitis, former Ram, James Laurinaitis, talked to the other team, and I'll give you that clip as well. Shock 42 says UCLA can beat the Niners. Bang, bang. UCLA had a tough go about it. So I'm a USC. I got ice in my mouth. I'm a USC football fan. Don't really pay attention to basketball, but I'm a USC football fan. Just to give you to be transparent. So I appreciated USC basketball back in the day. Harold Miner and all that stuff. But Cheryl Miller. But mostly because John Robinson and USC football. But I also appreciate UCLA because even though I kid them sometimes and I say UCLA is a volleyball school or a softball, no, I'm just kidding. Kenny Washington came there, and that's who I want to talk about today. I'll get into that. It's Kenny Washington's birthday. We'll wait to see if OJ Willie Bowen comes in. OJ Willie Bowen, if you come in real quick so I can know you're here so I can start with some stuff that I have for you and all the rest of you guys of the Vermelia. Bryce says the Convicts have beat the Catholics 21-7. Ruby says Missouri State can't beat the Whiners. They lost 73-13 against USC. That's crazy. 73 points. That is so crazy, man. That is so crazy. Brian Smith says, Ruby, how does SC look this year? Too early to tell. I was working. I was kind of turning it on, and I was just like, whoa, 56? Wow, throw the towel in. That old meme from Rocky. Was it the Rocky with Ivan Drago? The old the trainer, the bald-headed black guy that was training Apollo Creed, then he was training Rocky. Throw in the damn towel when Apollo Creed was getting beat up by Drago. Love it. It says too early to tell against Missouri State. Yeah, it was a team that they basically took care of business. They took care of business for sure. Brian Smith says, Ruby, you over Arch yet? Ruby says, come on and play. Ruby says, never was liking Arch from the beginning. I haven't watched enough of him. Like I said, I'm a USC fan. He's got a good pedigree, but he's not a son of one of the two quarterbacks I found out. He's like a cousin or something, right? Just the name Manning, and he's a tall dude. We'll get into some clips of him. It was just one game. He's got a lot of, there's a lot riding on him. So if he doesn't play well this year, he may stay then. It wouldn't make sense for him to come out with all that money on the table. Reba says, I want one of the rivalry jerseys. If I got one, it's going to be the authentic one, or if they came out the Viper jersey, the ones with the sleeve, the regular fan one, I don't really like it. I don't really like it too much. I don't know. Maybe it's because the dude was like 73 pounds and it didn't look right on him. Jock 42 says, USC, fight on. Yes, indeed, baby. Yes, indeed, fight on. Love it, love it, love it. USC, baby. Tribe says, Jock 42, bake rumble like a chocolate chip cookies. Bryce says, appreciate you. We appreciate you, Brian Smith, as well. Let's get into the first clip. So, what should we do? There's just a plethora of stuff. James Laurinaitis before the game against the Texans. Check this out.
I have to make life absolutely hell for Arch Manning and the Texas offense. And if you leave Ohio State today with any voice, then you are dead wrong. Do you understand me? This is our culture versus their culture. This is SEC football versus Big Ten football. This is their flash versus our toughness, our grit, our fight. Listen to me now. Like it says in the Buckeye battle cry, our honor defend, we will fight to the end.
So former Ram James Laurinaitis talking to the alumni and the players before the game. Ohio State player and one of the great linebackers in Rams history. Unfortunately, when he was with the Rams, they didn't have a lot of great teams, so he didn't get a lot of, like Mike Trout with the Angels. Just wasting the guy's career almost, not getting him to the postseason. So that was Jeff Fisher era. And then so that was the backstory. And again, I'm a USC Trojans fan, but I appreciated this because we're like, there's rumors that the Rams might get Arch Manning, right? Well, it's a little early, but he had a rough day, so to speak. Let me just give you some clips of what happened.
Manning sets, guns, underneath, intercepted. Sonny Styles. My father and brother got a degree. I got a pick.
And so it says in the box score, and I didn't see the game. I just was seeing it all over Twitter. I didn't see the game. And it says here in the box score that he had one touchdown and one interception, right? So I thought I got a clip of two of his interceptions. Let me look right quick here. Maybe it's the same one just played over again. Let me see. Let's see. Maybe it's the same clip. Here, let me play what I saw.
Getting that away, Gus. Play fake. Manning, he'll throw it this time. Oh, it's intercepted.
So that wasn't a different play. So was there a flag? Was there a flag on the play? I don't know. Anyway, 14-7 they lost. And then check this clip out with AI. You don't know what you're looking at sometimes if it's real. But I did get a kick about this clip. Again, social media is crazy, man. So I'm going to show you this clip, and I'm like, was it real? Remind me of Deebo Samuel in the tunnel, bending over crying after the Rams showed him the door in the NFC Championship game, right after Nick Scott knocked his ass out. But here we go. Hold on one second. Let me show you this clip. Poor guy. He's a passionate guy. It's just one game. It's just one game, Arch. You may still be a Ram yet with McVay. Check this out.
Not Peyton, not Eli, not even Grandpa Archie led his team to victory on the road against the top three opponents.
Hold on. That's the wrong clip. This is the clip that was showing that he's ready to go first. We'll do that first. Hopefully I have the other clip that I was talking to you about. This clip shows that he's ready and stoked and ready to go. Hold on. Here we go.
Not Peyton, not Eli, not even Grandpa Archie led his team to victory on the road against the top three opponent. Arch Manning will have the opportunity to do that in what is, in some respects, a rematch of the college football playoff semifinal last year. And
my man is ready.
Season opening game, that's pretty rare.
So that's right. So my guy that recorded that and posted that says, my man is ready, right? Let me see if I have that clip now. Let's see. Please let me have this clip. Are you serious? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, little doggy. Hold on. I swear that I had it. Hold on, let me just. Here it goes. Here it goes. Here it goes. All right, hold on. Hold on. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let's cue this up. Here we go. Okay, here we go. So there it is. Props to him, though. He's taking it kind of hard. It's just one game, but he's got a lot riding on this season if he wants to come out in the NFL. So, it is what it is. Rubio says 6.5 days to go. Yes, indeed, baby. Brian Smith says it wasn't Ohio State's D yesterday. Arch just ain't it. I'm surprised he only scored 7 points, honestly. Danny Berry Sports Highlights. How you doing, brother? Appreciate you. Cheers, everyone. Yes, indeed. He says, go Dahlias. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you for coming in, my guy. Tribe says, we'll take Purdy. Rams need a 4-string boy behind Stetson. Oh, man. I told you guys that Stetson, to me, Brock Purdy's destiny is to be whoever starting for the Rams quarterback's backup, just like Jimmy Garoppolo. I didn't mean to leave it that long. I was just trying to fix my earbud. But I think that's his destiny, man. After the Niners meltdown again this year, I mean, they're dropping like flies in training camp. I'm not happy about that. I want them to be healthy when we sweep them again. I don't want no excuses. But I really think that when they run John Lynch out, and then they run Kyle Shanahan out, and they put Sulla as head coach, he's going to be over his head. And then the Levi Stadium is going to be a ghost town like it was in 2015 and 2016. I really believe that. But we will see. We will see. Bryce says Jimmy is going to get a lot of PT this year. He is in the practice squad. Jimmy Garoppolo actually was helping the defense last year. He was mimicking tendencies and plays, and that's why the Rams defense started to get better, because Jimmy Garoppolo was mimicking plays that the other quarterbacks would do and tendencies for the defense. But I know what you're trying to say. Yeah, she says Arch didn't look good and Ohio State didn't look good either. Ouch. Shock 42 says, at Tribe, Kyle will be our next offensive coordinator. Reva says, don't say hi, Strudy. I almost had to hide under the bed. Listen, it's a horrible situation with that stuff, but to my Latino, Mexicano, brown brothers, dye your hair blonde, carry a couple of tasers, and just anybody asks you anything, say, I don't answer questions. In the best American accent you can, and just go about your business. Dress like ice. Wear a thing, a gator mask over your head, dye your hair blonde, cut it short, and have two, because people, and that's for your protection. I'm not saying to use it against anybody, don't get me wrong, but it's for your protection. Those are illegal to have tasers. And that's all I'm saying, allegedly. But yeah, God bless you guys, man. You, it's crazy. It's like 1950s now, you know. ESG says, hey, Brian. Yes, indeed. Love it, love it, love it. Rubio says, Missouri State can beat the Whiners. It would have been a close game. They would have lost like we beat them last year at Santa Clara, 12-6. Robert McClendon says USC or UCLA football. I'm a USC fan, so I'll always go USC. Steve says Chubba Purdy got killed versus Penn. My guy OG Willie Bowen, there he is. Props to you, my guy Willie Bowen. Hi, Rudy. I'm glad that the LA Rams didn't get Micah Parsons. Yes, indeed. It would have costed way too much. I'm glad you're here, Willie Bowen, because I wanted to say a couple of things. So, behind me is the 1947 collection. It's been out for a year or two from the LA Rams. I think you can still get this stuff. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on to your hats. Well, let me just do a picture. I don't have to show you behind me. I can't find everything. So this collection here, and right there is the 19. It's got old school LA Ram font, and then on the side it's got 13. For the honorary man of today, the Rams legend. There's too many to pick, but today is his birthday. And I want to bring that to you in just 1 second. I want to bring that to you in just 1 second. I want to wish a happy birthday we're celebrating Kenny Washington, the man who broke the color barrier in the NFL 1 year before Jackie Robinson did the same, his UCLA brother. So that's where UCLA gets some love. His UCLA brother, our guy, I'm an old guy, Jackie Robinson. But yes, indeed. I wanted to say Woody Strode with him too, but yes, all three were. Woody Strode was with the Rams too as well. They signed him after, and then, but yeah, Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier a year after, and with the Dodgers, Kenny Washington. So happy birthday, Rams legend, Kenny Washington. And then let's just give you guys a clip of the Rams legend of the day. This is a feature that we do during the season, but it's his birthday. And so let me bring you this clip of talking about our guy, Kenny Washington. Happy birthday, my brother.
Opportunity wasn't as rich as it is today for others in the past. And I always say that we all stand on each other's shoulders, so Kenny's a great example of that.
You always want to remember your history. It didn't start with you. It didn't start with me. It started way before me. People made sacrifices, and I think it's important to remember that.
Vision.
Dependable.
Discipline.
Toughness.
Perseverance.
Swag. Durable.
Fearless.
What it takes to be a running back? It takes a fool to be a running back. That's what it takes.
So yes, indeed. Happy birthday, Kenny Washington. A legend indeed, a legend of legends. And props to you, my guy, Kenny Washington. Props to you, my brother. Thank you so much for everything that you did for our team. And let me get back to, hold on 1 second. There we go. But yes, indeed, Kenny Washington. There we go. All right, just getting used to where everything's at. All righty. Let's see here. Here we go. Willie Bond says, I wish that USC and UCLA would have stayed in the Pac-12. Yeah, things changed. I don't know if it's for the best. Heizu 50 says, I didn't know George Lopez covers the Rams. I don't have that bad gray hair, but thank you, man. I appreciate you saying I'm a movie star. Appreciate you. Willie Bond says, Rubio. Let's see. Hit the like button. Thank you, my guy, Brian Smith. Brian Shades of Doug Smith, a former Rams legend, offensive lineman. But yes, indeed, hit the like, guys. Hit the like. Appreciate you. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe. Let people know in at work or at if you go to school, college, whatever, your family, friends, let them know to come in to the Ramelia Sports Report. You could also follow me on Ramelia Sports Twitter. And appreciate you guys. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it so much. Oops, hold on. I see what you did there. Bryce Smith says, Arch to Dallas or New Orleans if he turns out any good. Check this out. I wasn't going to talk about this today, so you guys have probably seen this, but Um, hear me out. Dallas is rebuilding. Okay, they're rebuilding. They get all that money tied up in Dak Prescott. We have Matthew Stafford, who has an ailing back. We're hopefully, if everything goes beautiful, okay, the Rams are holding the Lombardi at the end of the year. We're all happy as hell, right? Then they go and they use those 2 draft picks and probably have to throw in that second round pick, depending. The Atlanta Falcons lost their starting right tackle. So that's going to be tougher for you anytime you lose a starting offensive lineman. If the Atlanta Falcons don't have a great season, we have their pick. So we have 2 number 1 picks, including ours. Now, ours is going to be a late first-round pick because we're expecting to get deep into the playoffs and hopefully win the Super Bowl. So the Rams could possibly, and especially it depends on the Falcons, if they don't play that well or don't make the playoffs, we have a low pick there. 2 number 1 picks, and we have a second-round pick next year that we can throw into the pot, possibly win the Lombardi, then draft Stafford's replacement out of one of those 4 guys that are going to be in the draft, one of the main 4 guys, right? If let's say the Falcons make the playoffs and their late round pick is a little higher than we would like, right? Then we can still move up in the draft, but now we can maybe change our, still draft a quarterback. But what about bringing it? Let's say we part ways with Matthew Stafford. Okay, let's say he wins the Lombardi, or even if he doesn't, he goes off into the sunset. The rumor is that the Rams would get Dak Prescott as a bridge quarterback and then draft a guy to follow him. And with Sean McVay and a seasoned quarterback like Dak Prescott, who can get the ball out of his hand and is mobile, what do you think about that situation? And of course, he's got a big contract. The Rams would have to be very. They have to make some decisions at the quarterback position because of thanks to Jerry Jones, he gave him a giant ass contract. But he kind of did that to himself. He should have paid him a long time ago. And when it comes to Dak Prescott. But that's another thing that I was going to get into, but it's out there that there's a lot of situations. Next year's going to be, we're waiting for this year. We want to win the chip. The next year is going to be very interesting for the Rams and across the NFC West, especially. You got the Niners have a bunch of guys on the offensive line. They have to make choices on who's going to be healthy on their wide receiver group. If Brock Purdy craps the bed, will they be pissed off because will they have to draft another quarterback? We'll see what happens. It's going to be a very interesting year. Willie Bond says Pac-12 and the Big West should merge. Shock 42 says he was a weak arm and also like Brock. Or even Mountain West. Burrow Stover says, what's up, Rudy? How you doing, brother? Appreciate you. Brian Smith says, pay to play ruin college sports. Yeah, things are different now. They get paid for their likeness and stuff. Bro, horns up, Ramley. Yes, indeed. Love it. Hey, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. Jesus. Oh, Jesus 50. Sorry. Manny would look good in horns. Yes, he would. Brother, appreciate you, brother. And appreciate you're a Ram fan. I thought you were trying to make fun of me. Well, you were, but you didn't mean to be messed up. I'm glad Bama lost. But appreciate you coming in, brother. Come in more often. Appreciate you. Willie Bowen says, Mountain West should have merged with the Big Sky Conference. Steve-O says, Ohio did look better. Yeah, they only scored 14 points. The USC Trojans scored 73 points. My USC Trojans. Boy, Jason Momoa must have had a great talk. Here we go.
In this one in the fourth quarter is coming out healthy.
Longstreet looking for the pylon. He's got it.
And then, oopsie. Also, too,
the family right there. Sadly, in 2020, he lost.
Hey, how did I do that? Hold on. How'd you do that? That was weird. I didn't know I could do that in a circle like that. Hold on.
The family right there. Sadly, in 2020, he lost his father, Norm. And he knows that he's watching here as well. His son's team is on the losing end of this game, and another nice...
That's too bad. You come up against my USC Trojans, baby. You're going to come on the losing end, and so the game was 73-13, 73-13. So there you go. Props to my USC Trojans doing their thing, taking care of business. Love it, love it, love it. Steve says a few drop balls at the end also. Let's see. Burrow says he will be all right. It's football. Yeah, just one game. Which one game? Shepard, is that Diva cry in the tunnel? That's exactly what it reminded me of. AMS says Joe Burrows of the Cincinnati Bengals next season. That's another thing. That's a great comment. Joe Burrow. If they don't have a great season, we got some picks for them to rebuild. We have some picks for them to rebuild. Sorry, here goes my ice. Let me catch up in the chat. Robert Clinton says, me too, Rudy. USC Trojans going versus Iowa. Love it, love it, love it. Steve was the honorary Rams fan. Bang, bang, fair weather, gang. Oh, this is my guy Stockton. Hold on, I'm looking for stuff too. I saw you. I thought I saw you in here, Stockton. How did I miss your clip? I'm trying to catch up now. There we go. Stockton says, Rudy, USC hasn't done anything since Reggie Bush days. That's okay. They've tried, though. They tried. Stockton says, Dodgers don't look like a champion this year, man. They better get this shit together. Willie Buss is Rams for life. Yes, indeed. Let's see. But yeah, we're always excited about the season, man. And the guy that's excited too is Sean McVay. See, I'm trying to figure out how I can get this picture bigger without my big head being in. There we go. Burrow Stover says Rams forever. Love it, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yep, Abub says just focus on this season first and worry about next season later. Yeah. Yep. Stockton says if we can find a stud rookie QB and spend our money on the rest of the team, that would be ideal because first is going to break the bank. Yeah, thanks a lot, Micah Parsons and Jerry Jones. Abub says Zach Prescott is a long shot right now and totally premature. Yeah, it's a long shot, but after the season, because I think the Cowboys are going to be a wreck. Burrow says, happy I always wear the horns with football in my heart. Love it, love it, love it. Rubio says, trade the picks to Cincinnati for Burrow. Brian Smith says, Dak makes $60 million. Woo! Let's see. Yeah, I'm going back. I just wanted to catch up because of the video ran long. Let's see. Steve says, "Nope, I'm from Green Bay. Moved to the West Coast at 7 and couldn't go watch Green Bay games." Ah, Jesus says, "Brian, do you realize how young our roster is? Arch Manning will bring this franchise to the next level. He will be the greatest Manning to ever play this game." Woo, big Arch Manning fan. We will see. I'm all for that if that happens, though. Believe me. Rubio says those are for badass battering Rams behind you, Dickerson, Falk, Jackson, and Gurley. Yes, indeed, baby. The Rams. Listen, the Rams. Basically, I'm just going to tell it to you like this, and it's all true. like Han Solo. It's all true. The Rams franchise has the greatest assemblance of running backs in the NFL ever. Now you say, well, other teams have had like one, maybe two all-time greats, maybe even three. But I mean, Todd Gurley, if his career wasn't cut short, he's basically the Rams' Gale Sayers, because we all remember Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley would do his thing, baby. Todd Gurley, the Gurley man, was amazing, man. This dude. Here, let's just get into that collection real quick, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
When you got that love for the game, that's really all that matters. It's a story that can live on forever.
17 mark. Yeah, I was born to be the greatest. Yeah, I was born to be your favorite. Look, mom on the billboard.
Growing up watching all these players play and then now being able to meet them and just enjoy the experience with them is just one of a kind. It's so awesome and cool.
But I'm humble, Kendrick.
Anytime you're the first, you have to be twice or three times better. And I always say that we all stand on each other's shoulders.
Oh, here we go. You try to knock me down. You try to take my crown. But look at me now.
Man, it's the running back. Say it's a legacy. It's a legacy. And the Rams have always had a great history of backs.
Having that legacy stand for something, and us all being here because of what Kenny did, means everything.
And that's what it's about, baby. The legacy. Legacy, baby. Legacy. Davis has got to earn my like. I just don't give them. Oh, he's playing hard to get. Burrow Stover says Cowboys need some spring cleaning. Sox says Packers 2 first-round picks also now. Stover says a new whole very new. A new whole very new a thing manager. Wait. Rubio says the Missouri State players they were speaking of us from Marietta. Brian Smith has heard that McVay prefers vet QBs, not rookies. Well, him and Shanahan both, but so you just can't get Am I muted still? Am I muted? I mean, still, am I muted right now? No, I'm not muted, right? I think during the video it was playing. It delayed. Testing. Okay, yeah. Okay, you're back. Okay, I got it. AJ says, I remember Jake bringing up a possible Joe Burrow signing in the future. He is Hollywood. There's a few different options. Burrow, but see, Burrow's like, I mean, how do you, I've seen worse things done. I mean, the Rams traded Eric Dickerson, but you never know. We'll see. Rubio says, hey, Weiner gang, you're going to F around and find out. If you F with the Rams, you're going to get the horns. Love it. Ram 74 says, Indy needs to stop right now. It's good game. Notre Dame. Willie Boss says, Purdy will be the LA Rams equipment manager. Oh, man. Purdy, when you're done with that, switch out them toilet paper rolls, son. Francisco Ruiz says, I smell it, Rudy. I see Burrow coming to LA. I see it, man. Well, listen, the one good thing about this is check this out. So the Rams have been the one team that has gone to get this regime. Les Snead and Sean McVay have gone to get a top flight quarterback like a Matthew Stafford, paid both. Jared Goff on his way out the door was still owing him money, paid him and Stafford's contract. The Rams have shown that they're not afraid to go and get a free agent quarterback. This regime, so anything is possible. But like your guys are saying, if I had a choice between Dak Prescott, if I didn't have a choice of the quarterbacks, Dak's okay as a bridge quarterback. Because with McVay, see, McVay's the whole thing. That's why when people say, you guys have Jimmy Garoppolo. If Matthew Stafford goes out, blah, blah, blah. Well, yes. I mean, there's a huge drop-off in talent for sure. Just even if we had Brock Purdy from the Niners and he's their starting quarterback, it would be a huge drop-off in talent compared to Stafford. I don't care if you pull the stats out until your eyes are bleeding. Matthew Stafford is a different kind of quarterback. I mean, when the game's on the line, who are you going to pick, Stafford or Purdy? Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford can still, at 37 years old, carry you on his back and lead you to a win in a big game. He almost did it at the 13-yard line. If it wasn't for Jalen Carter getting through the busted offensive line coverage, we're probably Super Bowl champions again. We would have hosted the NFC West, the NFC Championship game at SoFi Stadium. Maybe would have beat the Washington team. I think we would have. And then Kansas City didn't look like they were anything against the Eagles, and we almost beat the Eagles. So, but it's two different teams. We play each other. But I'm just saying, we were right there. Stockton says Archie Manning looked like Uncle Rico passing the ball. That was the clip that I saw of that too. It's West 50 says Purdy will be back up Archie Manning with the Rams. 17 minutes left, 5 minutes left. Rebo says, speaking of Gales Harris, Brian's Song is a great movie. Love that movie. Love that movie. AMS says, my fantasy is Trump turning brown and getting arrested by he was missing. He was missing for 3 days or 6 days or something. I tweeted TMZ. I was like, TMZ, do you got something for me? That there's a problem when you don't hear nothing. There was no scheduled events for multiple days. He wasn't even on the golf course picking his Murph out. He was AOL. I don't know if he was in the bed with an IV for 3 days, and JD Vance was already changing the chair in the Oval Office. I don't know what happened, but I was just like, could it be? Could it be? Could it be? Willie Boss says Lawrence McClutchin, Eric Dickerson, Charles White, Greg the Hammer Bell, Darrell Henderson, John Cappelletti, my favorite LA Rams running backs. Also, Anthony Davis. Yes, indeed. And we must not forget the great Cullen Bryant and Wendell Tyler. And Tank Younger, baby. Brian Smith says, damn, the refs are letting the Catholics get away with some stuff tonight. Good game. We hear you, Rick. Thank you. I'm catching up. Florida State QB looked good yesterday. He did. I saw some highlights on it. Rudy, did you mention how Goff was a rank 15 versus Stafford? You know what? On this thing here, I thought that I had saw, people post their own stuff. I thought that they had listed Brock Purdy in the top 100 a month or so ago, but I was mistaken. Somebody posted it themselves. I thought it was this top 100 thing, but they left him off. They left Brock Purdy off of the top 100. They were like, NFL players are watching my stream, and they were like, watching the replay, and they're like, you know what? He's right. That's why I say that Stetson Bennett is basically Brock Purdy with a better arm and actual personality. He just has to get the reps and learn McVay's system fully, because he can mimic Brock Purdy what he does. Here's what Brock Purdy does. Play great against teams that don't have a good pass rush. Play great against teams that aren't as good as the Niners. When the Niners are favored over the team that they're playing, he's like a right-handed Steve Young. When he plays like the Browns with the Schwartz as the defensive coordinator, or the Ravens with a good defense that know where he's going to throw the ball, or when he plays a team with a good pass rush, or a team that can score points as well and keep him on the hot seat, where he has to try and come back, then he's not so good. Example 1, the Lions game, they were getting blown out and the Lions crapped the bed. Example 2, against the Packers let him off the hook too. But to his credit, Jordan Love screwed up. But they won that game too. But they were still the better team. They were favored in both those games. They had those games at home. And then the Super Bowl, missed 2 wide open passes, one on the right side and one on the left side of the end zone. He was not the difference in the Super Bowl. And so, all these stats that they throw at you, I'm like, yeah, but have you really seen Brock Purdy play great against a great team? No. So keep those stats. But yeah, Jared Goff was ranked 5th. Now, that's crazy. I don't care if Matthew Stafford's 37 years old. If you're going to rank Jared Goff at 15, you got to put at least, let's just be conservative, you got to at least put Matthew Stafford at 20. Only because he's 37 years old, but I still would take Stafford over Goff. Steve says Arizona State looks good. Steve says, oops. Stafford will have the most pick sixes in NFL history. Just 2. Well, see, that doesn't even matter. What does that care? He's a Super Bowl champion. He's probably going to win another Super Bowl. That doesn't even matter. It happens when you're a gunslinger like Glock 9 is, throwing no-look passes, looking off linebackers. Shit happens. Yeah, she says if you were to see Arch Manning for the first time yesterday, you would have say he's not NFL ready. I think he will stay an extra year. Both his uncle stayed 4 years in college, I believe it. Yep. And it's just one game, so he'll probably get better. Rupio says Purdy can be a holder on the practice squad, or he can be Dresser Wynn's replacement. Brian Smith says Stafford has a chip that's generations. Yes, indeed. And the way he won the chip too, guys, and Brian Smith, it's not just that he won the chip. The way he did, everything. Okay, just real quick, the Rams got to the Super Bowl with the 3rd string tight end. All right, they OBJ's going off because they're watching Super Cup, because he's having a world-class year because of the quarterback, right? OBJ goes down. Now the Rams are struggling because now they can double team Cooper Kupp and bother him, getting him off his routes and stuff like that, because they're not going to call T-Tech calls in the Super Bowl. And then we're down to our 3rd string tight end. So if Higbee was there, that would help too. And then you have like Van Jefferson, who's Jekyll and Hyde. He'll look like the next coming of OBJ, making flash plays, and then he'll disappear. Stafford even went like this. Remember when he rolled out to the left and he pointed, and when he pointed, he's telling Van Jefferson that I'm going to throw it up to you It doesn't matter who's guarding you. Catch the ball or knock it away. He throws it up in the end zone. And instead of being athletic, all right, and doing like an Alvin Harper with the Cowboys play, jumping over the dude or jumping in front of him, it's a jump ball. Who wants it better? Who wants it more? He's falling back. And the guy almost intercepted it. All right, did he intercept it? He might have intercepted it. But I was just like, he told you what he's going to do. It didn't even matter that the other guy knew. It's up to you to get in position and grab the ball out of the damn air. You could do it. You can do it. We've seen you make great plays before. But just the way and then you had Ben Skoranek, who was in my doghouse. He throws the ball over the middle, and it wasn't exactly right to him. It was like you had to reach for it. It bounces off of his hand, and he gets intercepted. That cost Matthew Stafford that stupid Van Jefferson play where he didn't do anything, and then the Ben Skoranek tip ball interception costed Matthew Stafford a chance at even though they have given quarterbacks the MVP. That cost him a co-MVP at least. Stalker says, Rudy, I mentioned golf ranked 15 and Stafford 9, and you started talking about Purdy instead. Well, I mean, I was just saying that because it reminded me of that, because I had said before that Brock Purdy was ranked higher than Matthew Stafford, so I was pissed off at that, but I didn't realize that wasn't the top 100 by the players. I did say that Stafford should be at least 20. Bryce says Purdy's brother Chubba ain't NFL material. I didn't even know he had a brother. Chubba. Yeah, well, I mean, I did know now, but I before you posted this, but I didn't know that when he first came in that he had a brother. ESG says good linebackers always give Purdy a hard time. 2-minute warning. Let's tie game. Let's go Convicts. Stop this. Says Rudy, I was watching Rambo the other day, and he mentioned you like 5 times. Well, it's because I light him up on Twitter. I light Rambo up on Twitter. Here, let me see. Let me see if I can just get a random. There was another guy that I don't know if you guys heard of him before. What was his name? I forgot his name now. I don't remember. It don't matter. But anyway, there was another guy, and he was talking about that one of the receivers was trying to like drop passes, so that way Jason Aponte. He says Jamar Smith is dropping passes, so he falls to the Niners when he enters the draft. And of course, I saw that on my timeline somehow. And then it says, and I put to catch passes from Noodle Arm Purdy. Yeah, and he got all butthurt and said something. I was like, man, I'm like, dude, did you even see one Super Bowl? Get out of here. He said, I did. I go, okay, you were probably in diapers, but okay. And then he stopped replying, but it's okay. Oh man, but God bless him. But yeah, Rambo's something else, man. Rubio says, Purdy can wash the Rams straps and then drink the water. Chivo says, Darnold won that game, not Stafford. Darnold? Who are you talking about? Jesus says, Steve-O's is just another Josh Snyder fan. Bryce Smith says, Notre Dame will move up with the Texas loss. I always enjoy watching Notre Dame and Oregon get worked in national championship games. Burrow says, I was 7 years old when the Niners beat the Chargers in the Super Bowl. Oh, man. But yeah, Rambo is something else, man. I've known Rambo. I came across his live going on, let's see, the Rams have been in Los Angeles 9 years now. 9 years. And that's when I first met him, and I started going in there. And I don't really go in there. I go here and there, and usually you can tell when I go in there because I usually do a super chat for $2 and just tell him something and gets pissed off, and then I leave, and then they all the whole chat is like, blah, blah, blah. And then before I leave, I might say something like, "Everyone that's seen a Niners Super Bowl, press 1 in the chat," and there's like one guy. Oh man, God bless him. Steve says Darnold. Donald. No, you got to put some respect on Aaron Donald, the Super Bowl champion, GOATs. The GOATs name, Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald. They could have been triple co-MVPs, like the Dodgers against the Yankees in '81 when they had 3 MVPs. Co-MVPs. But yeah, props to Kenny Washington. Happy birthday, my brother. Happy birthday to Kenny Washington. Oh, check this out, Willie Boyne and you guys. This is Dan Reeves. Props to Dan Reeves, since we're talking about legends. Former owner Dan Reeves, who brought the Rams to Los Angeles. Here we go.
Pro football was a frostbitten game until 1946, when Dan Reeves brought it into the California sun. By moving the Rams to Los Angeles, Reeves helped make the West Coast a viable home for professional sports. Reeves' visionary leadership turned the LA Rams into a championship franchise and the NFL into a truly national enterprise.
And there it is, baby. The Los Angeles Rams, California's first, Los Angeles' first pro franchise world championship. They won the championship in Cleveland, and then they went to Los Angeles, won another championship. Went to St. Louis back in the day, and they won a Super Bowl. Came back to Los Angeles, won a Super Bowl. God bless them. They're just giving the championship filling to cities around the world, twice in Los Angeles. And but yes, indeed. Unlike the Niners, each of the Rams owners have won a championship. Oh, God bless you. And I say that meaning that the great Carol Rosenblum won a championship, but not with the Rams. He passed away, but he won it through the woman who shall be nameless, because she was the owner of the Rams when they won in St. Louis. But we would have won more Super Bowls if Carol Rosenblum didn't pass away. And Sue says, "Hey, Steve-O, invite more." They come on from time to time. There's nothing. They're all scared of the season right now. I mean, the Niners are putting out a Craigslist ad for wide receivers right now as we speak, man. Oh boy, I tell you, they might not even be able to field a starting team on the wide receiver side. I mean, it's crazy over there. I mean, you got Jennings wanting to get paid. They brought in Scantling. They're a mess, man. I thought that who was it? One of the content creators was talking about how Ricky Pearsall was going to be the Niners. I can't even get it out. That Ricky Pearsall. Oh, it was Steve Young, I think. I think it was Steve Young. I don't remember. I'll have to look it up. I have to find out. But anyway, it was a Niner player or content creator or Niner player or announcer was trying to tell KNBR that no, he was trying to tell. Was it Larry Krueger? Anyway, he was trying to tell one of the Niner content creators that Ricky Pearsall is the next Puka Nacua. He can do the same thing like Puka Nacua. All right, man. All right, relax. Oh man, the guy can't even make it to the season in one piece. Let's start there for a second. ESG says the 29 and under 49er fans are angry and frustrated. Yeah, like my guy was, he was like, I did see. He said something like, I did see a Super Bowl numbnuts or something like that. And he got very triggered. He knows damn well he was probably looking through the crib and doesn't even remember anything. I have a feeling the Catholics will drive the length of the field for the win. Minute 4 left. Steve says it's rib cook-off and Labor Day. Everyone's out. Stockton says, Rudy, did you know that the Rams' very first uniforms were black and red? Yeah, I saw the picture of that. Looks horrible. Willie Bowen says, shout out to Dan Reeves. Yes, indeed. And also shout out to Dan Reeves trading the franchise to Carol Rosenblum in 72. Oh, Flacco says red and yellow, not black. I thought it was red and black too, but hold on. You know what? Bing, kiss my ass. Hold on. I forgot, stupid Bing. Here we go. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Okay, so here we go. Let me bring this up for you guys. Let me bring this up for you. Here we go. There you go. And so you're both right. 1937, black and red, black and red, black and red. And then 1940, then they got the blue and yellow, baby. Blue and yellow. So there's the Ram colors right there. You're both right. You are both right. 1 year apart from each other. Juiceman 562 says, let's go Rams. Yes, indeed, baby. The convicts win. Jesus says, Pearsall will hit IR by midseason. He just cannot stay. I mean, props to him getting shot and stuff, coming back. But he's just one of those guys that got a small frame and he might get hurt. Shock 40 says, John Wolford, Archman. Bryce Smith says, Notre Dame's QB Arch Manning. Arch Manning's getting it. DHP says the original Rams colors were cardinal and gold, like the USC Trojans who played at the Coliseum. Yes, says, Brian, please watch Arch Manning's career and not look at one game performance. That's a good tip. A good tip. Willie Bond says, bang, bang, Weiner escalator gang. Flux says, my bad, Rudy. I'm watching McFarlane movie. Good true storyline. No problem, man. Appreciate you. The Prodigy era. Arch Manning. Arch Manning. Let's see. All right, let's get into a clip.
We all know this is a brand new year. We want to set foundations. We build foundations so that you can be strong, you can be sturdy, you can be resilient. I'm interested in how can we be the best version of the 2025 Rams. Let's continue writing this story the way that we want, with a sense of urgency every single day.
Go, guys! Ain't no better day! You gotta want it! Let's go! We're not leaving anything out here! Like me, let's go! Be relentless! Be relentless! Man, physical! All damn day! All we gotta do is be us! Our man to football for 60 minutes! Now let's go! Yeah! Everything that we've been through is preparing us for this exact moment! We built for this! We built for this! Kirk the man next to you! Hit him in the mouth and let's go!
Let's go! That's getting us ready, baby. Hold on. There we go. That's getting me stoked already. I cannot wait. But as we get closer to the game, we're gonna have scores and we'll see what the injury report looks like. Everybody should be ready to roll. Alaric Jackson is gonna practice tomorrow. Sign of the cross, and we're ready to roll, baby. Jesus says, if we draft Manning, the rest will be on our side. Love it. Captain Chaos says, why do you think we have a chance to draft for a QB? Because we have 2 number 1 picks, and I don't think the Falcons. We have the Falcons number 1 pick from trading this last draft. And I don't think the Falcons are going to have a great season. So we're going to have one late, our own pick that we have already. It's going to be a late one because we're expecting to get to the playoffs, deep in the playoffs, or win the Super Bowl. And then I think the Falcons' number 1 pick is going to be in the top 10 possibly, or just outside the top 10. And then we have a second round pick too. So we can put all those together and we can move in to get a quarterback because other teams that are they might want to do that. And so that's why I think we have a good chance. Stockton says Mexican Coke is way better than regular Coke. Flacco says we're rated last in defense. We're going to get very rude awakening in the NFL. Who's last in the defense? Is that us? You're talking about the Rams? Every time I see this dude, it kills me. Some Stockton. Oh man, that's hilarious. But there's the jerseys, the rivalry jerseys, the fan version. Oh man. Captain Chaos says, why not, not why, who, sorry, whose house? I'm sorry. I thought he said why. Let's see. I'll tell you right now. Who knows if Arch Manning is going to come out? It's only one game, but hold on. Who knows if Arch Manning's coming out? We'll see if he gets if he has a good season, maybe. Klubnik from Clemson, LR from Penn State. Sellers is a guy that's kind of stock's going up right now, but it's still early. Fernando Mendoza, potential raw quarterback. So we'll see besides Arch Manning. And then I'm sure there's some other guys that might fit McVay, what he wants to do. You know, now that Brock Purdy has had success in the Kyle Shanahan McVay offense, when you surround them with Rams or Niners, in that case, Avengers, you know, the Rams Avengers, with Koopa Nakua, Kyrie Williams, a great offensive line. Now that we got Terrence Ferguson, the tight end phenom. Jordan Whittington's going to have another year under his belt. I expect Mumfield to do his thing this year. It's you got Devontae Adams for this year. Maybe he'll be back next year. But I just think it's going to be a great season, man. And whoever we draft in the McVay offense is going to have it's going to be very, very, very successful. Flacco says it's because we didn't add depth in the backfield and we're young. We're young people. That's why we're. Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, well, because it's. Remember when the Rams drafted all these young guys and Aaron Donald's gone? They kept picking us last. I don't really worry about what they say. I was saying I like the guys that we drafted. I like the scheme that we're running. You know, Chris Shula is a defensive coach. A lot of people gave us heat for not getting a named defensive coordinator. And I said, well, he's been a linebacker coach. He's been with the Rams. He's learned under Raheem Morris. He's going to put a spin of his own thing. And he did wonderful. I mean, Chris Shula, defensive coordinator. I mean, the guy got promoted and they go, oh, by the way, Aaron Donald retired. What? So this defense, we got Poona Ford, Fisk and Verse are going to get better. Byron Young's a year older. He's going to be better than last year. Jared Verse learned a lot, the superhuman guy. Better linebacking core. See, they're sleeping on us, and that's okay. I don't really pay attention to. I get irritated too, like the rest of you, but they don't know our team, man. I could just tell. They always talking shit about our team. From Aaron Donald's going to retire the first few times when he didn't retire. To the Rams, the only asset the Rams have is Cooper Kupp, and they're going to trade him. And he went on to they went on to keep him a few more years. And Matthew Stafford's going to retire, or the Raiders are going to take the Matthew Stafford away. They're going to give him the Rams an offer they can't refuse. I don't listen. I just hear it, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. DHP says, anyone who honestly believes Arch is a bad quarterback after one game is an idiot. Or they have memories of Manning beating them in the last minute. I haven't watched enough of them, but I believe that too, that you can't just go after one game. You can make fun of him if you don't like him. You're supposed to play great in all games, but all quarterbacks have rough games. Steve-O says, Levitt's ASU look good. If Arch Manning can't handle Ohio State's D, he can't handle NFL D. Well, it's still too young, though. I mean, you have a point, but he's still a young quarterback, But if he has an upside, But yeah, I understand what you're saying. Hey, Sue says Larry Krug is full of. Well, he did pick the Rams to win the division, though, I think. But he is kind of like a homer sometimes. But he's a good guy. I appreciate what he does, But all right, guys, I'm going to call it a night. Hopefully, we're going to see my movie that I've been trying to watch, Nobody 2. We keep setting it up, and then something comes up. So hopefully, I'll be able to go and watch that right now. We'll see you guys on Wednesday, unless anything comes down the pike. Look for my Twitter, Remilia Sports, and also YouTube comment creation, YouTube community posts. And we'll see you Wednesday night, 7:05. I appreciate each one of you guys. Love each one of you guys. As we always say, may the Remilia be with you. And Remulators, mount up. We'll see you guys soon.